Okay, this is an update for my Upland plant and seed tool for the property trading game Upland. The uh, update is version 1.31, and it should be in the store either today or tomorrow. It depends on when Google releases it. So, first off, this is not financial advice, and I'm not related to Upland in any way. This is just a tool that I've made to help players plant seeds and maintain their plants a little easier. It's a quality of life improvement tool. At some point, I imagine Upland will do these things for us, but until then, this is what the tool is designed to do: is to just make your planting experience a little easier in Upland. So, what is the tool? It is it's our, how do you get it? It's, if you go to the extensions in a Chrome browser and visit the web store, it's in the Chrome web store, Google's store. So if you type in Upland, you'll see a number of extensions that are available for Upland. Now, some of these are not for Upland. They're for the actual location. I think it's in California. They have their own neighborhood that's called Upland. So some of these are for the game and some are not. You can see this is the one that I'm going to be talking about, the Upland Seed and Plant tool. You can see the ones that you have installed, and I actually have all of the Upland tools installed on another browser. This is the browser I use for testing and for making my videos. So if you were to click here, you'll be able to install it if you haven't already. Like I said, the new version will be 1.31. Once it's installed, you'll see in your extensions, and this is found here in Manage Extensions, and depending upon your browser, it might be in a different location, but that's what it is Managing Extensions. And you'll want it, when you install it, it'll turn this on automatically, and it should show version 1.31 is the new version. If you've made a mistake, you want to remove it, you can do that here. Or if you just want to turn it off, you can do that here as well. Once you've installed it, you will need to refresh your Upland page. You can do that just by hitting the reload this page button, and it'll go back to being active, I guess, is the extension will become active. Once this is active, it may or may not be pinned to your tab list here. If you do unpin it, it will not show up. If you pin it, it will be there all the time. It's up to you as to what you want to do. When you run it, it'll bring up this little interface, and there are 4 tabs. The plant tool is the thing that I'll be concentrating on most. Feeding is for feeding your plants. This basically just runs a macro that feeds the plants, but it doesn't actually press the feed all now button for you. Anything that I make that involves spending money, you have to do the button pushing. I've made it so that there is no extension that I have that will spend your money for you. And I know that's done on purpose, obviously, but I don't want anybody coming to me and saying, your program ripped me off because blah, 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 because that won't happen. If you lost your money in some way or made a mistake, that's on you, not this app. I have seen other players saying they accidentally pressed buttons. I'm not saying it was with my app or anyone else's app, but in any program, it's possible to make a mistake if you're just button mashing. So be careful what you're doing, and pay attention, read all pop-ups and so on. But essentially all this does is it does a macro. It will click this for you. It clicks this for you. It scrolls over until you get to plants, and then it clicks the feed all do. And I actually have one now, so I'll show you how it works. But um, this one is green, so it's the only plant that I need that needs feeding at the moment. So I press the feed all plants button. I'm not touching the mouse at all now, and so it gets to this point that says you are about to feed one plant, and the cost is 1.1 stem. And this is the point where you would actually be spending the money. So you click the check mark, and then it says success, and it closes the window for you, and then it tells you what you did. And so that's the feeding button. Listing, I won't go into today. I've done that in another video, and it enables you, or it makes it easier for you to list your seeds in a nursery if you have one, and helps you figure out how much you're going to be getting as profit by whatever value you choose. Let's say I wanted to sell apple trees for 10,000 UPX. This is how much profit I would be getting from how much the sparklet cost me in the first place, how much taxes Upland's going to be taking, and so on. So obviously I don't want to sell them for that much, but this is basically what this is, what this tab is helping you sell your seeds. The search is for it's meant for locating nurseries. You could use this for anything else, but I'll just do this one now. I'll just delete this, and so that was this one. Now if I click on this property, you'll see that it's showing this address in this list. So if I were to name it Plantosaurus, so I could name this anything. I could name it Cape Madman's second nursery or whatever. It doesn't matter. This is just a way for me to have a title for this one. Otherwise, it would just show up as an address, and you wouldn't know, which nursery is that. So this is why I required a name for it. But anyways, when you save it, it'll just appear in the list. So if you were to search for one of these, you click search and search for the address, and it will then show you the address, and you can go there quickly. I want to stay here, so this is the one we're on. So now the thing, I'm gonna actually turn this off for a second and show you what the actual problem is. So I'm gonna refresh this again. So now we're back to the extension is not installed. So if I were to come to this nursery and look for seeds that I have for sale, you'll see I have a red rose and a whole bunch of maple trees and magnolia trees and so on. And so when I'm looking at this seed that's for sale, there is no serial number or ID number that shows up for this particular seed. I don't know which one this is. I know it's for sale at that nursery, but other than that, there's no information here whatsoever. I would have to go to the blockchain to find out which seed ID this is. And so that's not very helpful. And so when I'm looking at my list of assets for the seeds, that particular maple tree that I was just looking at, I don't know which one of these that one was. I could even click on this, and I still don't know if that's the same one. So when it comes time to plant them, I don't know which ones are in the nurseries and for sale and which ones aren't. And the ones that are for sale, I cannot plant. But for some reason, Upland allows us to try to plant them. And I know for certain that the first boxwood seed that I have in the list I cannot plant because it's for sale in one of my nurseries. But this doesn't tell me that it's for sale just looking at this. I actually have to go here and look at it here, and now it's telling me it's for sale. So if I were to try and plant that boxwood, and it shows that I can plant it, it allows me to click the button, and let's say I want a Nanaimo. This is my address that I want to plant it on right here. I'm still now actually thinking that I can plant this. It's still showing me that that's where I want to plant it. So I press this and it goes, oops, sorry. And it doesn't even tell me what the problem is. It just says something went wrong. And the thing that went wrong is that it's actually for sale in a nursery. But I didn't know that. And if I didn't know that, I still wouldn't know that. I don't know why I couldn't plant that. So I might try it again. This is where there's a level of frustration. So this is what I've tried to solve with this update for this extension. So I'm going to enable that extension. So I'm turning it on, and then I go back to Upland, and I'm going to refresh the page. And let's go back to the nursery. Okay, now if I want to plant a seed, and this is what this is doing. Let's say I want to plant the boxwood, and this is the address. I have the address here, but actually what I'll do is I'll show you. I can click here, and let's say I'm going to be planting here for the next hour or whatever. This is the property I'm going to concentrate on. So this is the address, and it's showing that here. It's discovered that this is the address. So if you go save, it will now show up in this list. And most players aren't going to be planting on 250 different addresses at a time. My feeling when I designed this was that they would only be working on a couple of different properties at once. They may get tired of doing one and move on to another one, but it's unlikely they'll be doing more than a few at a time. And I could be wrong, but the list can get really long. But you can then filter by address or by city or by whatever you want. But anyways, this is the way. So if you click on one of these, you'll see that the address changes. So this is the address that I want to plant on for the moment. And I want to plant boxwood on here, bushes like these guys. And I think they call it a shrub. But anyways, I'm going to pause for selection so that you can see what happens. But what this version of the app is doing is now showing you which ones are for sale. And I'll just do this. So the app is doing all this for me. Now you can see that all of these ones are listed for sale. They're on sale in my other nursery. And so I should not be clicking on one of these. If I do click on one of these, it's going to do that same thing where it'll let me get to this point and then go, oops, something went wrong. So that's what this is trying to do, is to help you see which seeds are for sale. And so this now allows you to see, oh, don't plant these ones. Now, I don't want to plant a boxwood here, but if I were to choose one that's like this one, for example, I would be allowed to plant this because it's not listed for sale. You'll have to take my word for it because, like I said, I'm not going to plant that here. But this is the whole reason for this. And you'll see that now I get an error. I've made it so there's only 30 seconds. It'll only wait for 30 seconds before it times out. And the reason for that is this actually is not designed to be a bot. It's designed to help you do something in Upland. And so to try and reduce bot-like behavior, I've got it so that you actually have to do a lot of button pushing, and not as much as you would have to do manually. And actually, the giant thing is remembering the name, the street address, and the type of seed that you want to plant, so that if you run into that problem where it times out, or sometimes it can't find the search bar, if your network connection is slow, it'll say that it couldn't find the search bar, and if that happens, just retry. But if you don't pause for seed selection, it will still try to plant the first one on the list. So let's do this. If I didn't have this turned on, it would just automatically try to plant the first one on the list, and you'll get the same failure as before. I could have it do a search for the first available not locked or unlocked seed, but I felt there may be times when you want a specific one. I don't know why, but you might. So I didn't want it to just automatically choose that. Once you get to this point, you may need to search for the one that you want to plant, whether it's the first or last or whatever. It doesn't matter. And again, we've timed out. But if I were to turn this off with boxwood, it's going to try and plant one that I can't plant. For let's say I want to plant a pink rose. If I were to try this one, you'll see that I don't have any pink roses for sale in my nurseries, so I could turn this off and it would automatically pick the first one, and that would be okay. Another way to do it is to delete this altogether and not have it know which one you want to choose. So in this case, you can either leave it paused or not paused. It will still pause because it doesn't know which seed you want to choose. And I'll just wait for this to time out and we'll go again. Okay, so I haven't entered anything here, and the pause for seed selection is turned off, but it still will pause because it doesn't know what seed you want to choose. So again, if you're going through here and you want to plant one of these, you can't. You'll know which ones you shouldn't choose. Now, the funny thing is that Upland could actually turn these plant buttons off or just not show this one at all. The information that I'm showing you here is actually information that Upland is giving you every time you make a call for this list. So let's say I was going to do this manually, and this still actually works manually. Once the extension is installed, you'll be able to see this all the time. So you can look here and it'll still show that they're listed for sale, which is kind of helpful. But when I get to this point, Upland has already sent you the list of all of these seeds. So if you were to look at the information that they send you, it looks like this. There's something called a dgood ID, which is the ID number of that particular seed. It's telling you the category is seeds. This one that I have isolated is a magnolia tree. It'll show you the image that it's displaying. This is the seed packet image. There's also background images that it sends you. It may not display them, but it's sending them, or it's sending you the link for them, even if you're not using them. This planting allowed, believe it or not, is whether or not the seed is on the list of seeds that we're allowed to plant. And magnolia trees we can plant, so that's why this is true. But this is the reason why we cannot plant it on a property, because it's right now this one is in an NFT shop or a nursery. And so this is the variable that I'm looking for, and this is what causes this lock symbol and listed for sale. That's why this shows up, is because that particular variable says this seed is for sale in a nursery somewhere. And so this can be very helpful if you own a nursery or if you have seeds that you have placed in a nursery for sale. If you've ever gotten the oops message after you tried to plant something, it's likely that it's because it was for sale. I do have, I think there's 3 seeds that are locked. Something went wrong. And I would need to send a message to Upland to say, can you please fix this one? I know this one, for example, I don't have any red roses in my nurseries. It does show that I do, but you can't purchase it. It will show that it's pending. And if I were to send this, this is the other thing, is that because this one is shown for sale, I know that this is the one that is the problem. So it shows transaction pending. So if I were to view this one on the blockchain, this is the one that is having a problem. And I could send them this information and say, this is the one that I'm having trouble with. This is the transaction ID. So they will be able to help you with that if you have one that's stuck. And I haven't done that yet, but I will at some point. So I know there's other map assets that people are having trouble with the same kind of thing, or even properties where it's stuck or whatever. But in this case, the update that I've made to the seed and plant tool is just to show you this. And like I said, it's not doing anything nefarious. It's just showing you the info. It's just making visible the information that we already get. And I don't know why Upland hasn't done something about this, because it is very frustrating and time consuming. But if they were to just either remove this one from the list, or remove the plant button, or put some kind of message here like I have, it's easy to do. It didn't take me long. I don't know why they haven't done it. They're sending us the information. Just put it to use, And so, anyways, this is what the update is, and hopefully you'll get some use out of it. Thanks for watching.